Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Good luck.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now. This is Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Here's Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the stop was Aaron Donald. On second down, Foreman. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing on third. Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. On second down, Johnson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A carry for Foreman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down now. It's Johnson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch 9.
Throwing is Stanford. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. From the 50, it's Stanford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now Foreman. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. That's complete to Cooks. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Again, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Go!
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Goff now looks to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Josh Reynolds, his 1st touchdown on the year.
Is under review.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Let's go,
Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that, because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
I'm going back to you. Wide, get wide.
On first down, Stafford here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To the air again, Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Block Edwards now to punt it away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Goff on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch the screen.
On first down, Goff. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here's Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Now this is incomplete.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So we've hit half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. They'll run on first down. Johnson. Nickel Roby brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the toss, here's Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. From the 50, Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Value three.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up third down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. On first down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. This will be caught inside the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now gone. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Goff on third and goal. And it's caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Running into the kicker. Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Stafford. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 50.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game.
Robert Woods, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st and goal, Gurley. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Stafford on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And now they can recapture the lead if they... And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the 50, it's gone. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Goff now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right. Well, conventional football, Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. One last throw here for Stanford. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Los Angeles, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try and turn things around.